Hello, and welcome to this special Q&A video with Andromedan contactee Alex Collier. In today's video, we're sharing an exclusive sneak peek from the latest webinar's question and answer session. If you'd like to dive deeper and watch the full webinar replay, it's available for just $6.99 over at alexcollier.tv, exclusively for our community of truth seekers. Before we get started, we'd be so grateful if you could like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to get notified of all new videos. Your support helps spread Alex's messages from the Andromedans to more people around the world. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Whether it's your thoughts, a question, or even just an emoji, every comment counts, and we read them all. Your feedback and engagement really make a difference. If you'd like to show a little extra support, consider clicking the Super Thanks button, the heart with a $sign, to give a tip. Every bit helps us continue to bring you more content from Alex Collier. Now, let's get into this special Q&A with Alex.
Is asking if there's any new intel on the RV.
Well, there's rumors of rumors. At this particular point, no one's been right about anything. But at this point, the only one that we should be listening to would be the Prime Minister of Iraq, Sudani. And he is, tomorrow, all of Iraq and the banks there have to be ISO 2022 compliant. And if that happens, then, and they're all compliant, that means that their entire banking system is now connected internationally to the rest of the world. Here in the United States, banks that haven't done it will be shutting down. They will be shuttered if they haven't taken this seriously. My understanding is that there are no more extensions. As of this point, there are no more extensions. So I don't know what that's going to look like here in the States, but we will know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's all kinds of rumors that by December 1st, we don't know. Nobody knows. All we can do is be vigilant, be ready, know what we want, know what we're going to do, and lay some of it forward. Put some of it into a humanitarian program or programs. Okay? Give some of it back. We have to do this. It really comes down to us to do this. Okay? We've let governments run the show and nothing's gotten fixed. In fact, the whole world is broken. So clearly they haven't gotten it right. Clearly there's a lot of crime. Clearly there's theft. Clearly there's dysfunction and idiocy. Start locally. Start in your own communities. What is it that you could do with a donation that would make a significant change in your locality? Whether it's your town, your city, your county, your province, your state, your country. What is it that you can do that would make a difference? What about your food banks? Are the food banks full? Make sure they are. Homelessness. The companies that are trying to fix homelessness in your areas, what is it that you could do to help expand and create more beds for people, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere when we're going into winter? Okay, what is it that we can do? What can we do to create more jobs for working parents, for single parents? Uh, is there a single mom or single dad that needs a car to get their kids to school? There are just so many things that can be done. Paying somebody's medical bills, you know, paying off somebody's student debt, that's already contributing, but is living in their car because they have so much student debt that they can't rent an apartment. I know kids like that around here, and it's not their fault. The system told them they had to do it this way. So there's all kinds of things that can be done to help, you know. Treat others as you would want to be treated. If you've ever been in a tough spot and someone helped you, play it forward. Pay it forward. Okay? I mean, if we don't watch out for each other, does any of the mentoring matter? Will it matter at all if we don't start taking care of each other and watching out for each other? No, it will not matter. Remember, they're watching. They're watching. And they're not stupid. Don't think for a second they're stupid, because they're not. These are civilizations that are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years in existence. They've seen a lot. And if we're not sincere about helping each other and living with each other and being at peace with ourselves and others, why are they investing their time here? And they're going to ask themselves, they may already be asking themselves that question. Because there's some stupid shit down here. There really is. There is some stupid shit going on down here.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying today's video. Want to stay up to date with all the latest news from Alex Collier? Don't miss out. Sign up for his free email newsletter at alexcollier.news and be the first to know about his live webinars, new revelations, and exclusive insights. It's quick and easy, and you'll never miss an important update. Just click the link in the description or head to alexcollier.news to sign up now. And now back to our regular scheduled content.
Would you mind sharing your thoughts on possible pathways that humanity may take to eventually get to free energy in our homes and communities? Possible ways we will move from gas and electric homes to Nikola Tesla-like energy. In your opinion, is this free energy equipment being produced behind the scenes so it's ready to roll out after disclosure? Or do you think it may take years to get to the point where our individual homes have it? Many thanks.
I believe that there are different forms of free energy. And I believe that they're being used off-world and underground. And maybe above the ground, but we don't know it because it's so highly classified. I think it is in use. Nikola Tesla showed with his tower, with a Tesla tower, how he could pull frequency energy from the earth and wirelessly send it. If you research the World's Fair of St. Louis, and there was another one, it may have been in Illinois, the Chicago World's Fair. Both of those, I believe Nikola Tesla ran using free energy. He used free energy to run and light up those two World's Fairs. And when it was over, the technology was shut down. The World's Fairs, the entire destruction of what was probably ancient cities were destroyed. And because nothing like it's ever been built since, they were destroyed. And it just became a footnote in history. Uh, I think that I think we will have free energy, or the introduction, or certainly the conversation about converting to a different type of energy within the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe it'll happen sooner. I don't know. That will all depend on the destruction of the old guard. But a lot of things have to happen between now and then. Uh, I mean, if they were to do this and they were to create these towers and put them everywhere and connect every home, uh, it could be that they will come out with a kit and you can go and get it from Home Depot or, another hardware store, or, buy a kit and you could install it on your roof and then have electricians come out and connect that antenna to your power box, that you would be able to tap into this energy. I could see that electric cars could put an antenna on the vehicle that would connect to the frequency of the antennas, and therefore you would literally have a vehicle that would run forever, or until you had to replace the batteries or something. Uh, Essentially, it would continuously run. I mean, there's a whole million reasons to do it, and only a few not to do it. But a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of infrastructure has to be removed and gotten out of the way. And then you can create all these jobs, taking down power lines, removing the power lines, taking down the towers, all those things. It would be, there's so much work that could be created in doing that. It's interesting that in China, they don't use wind energy at all. They tried it and they realized that it wasn't going to work. It didn't work. But they're making all the windmills for us and selling them to us for a ridiculous amount of money, and using all the silver, in the ground to make these solar panels. And long term, it doesn't really have a future because it'll never produce enough energy. The oil companies use them to run some of their pumps, but that's basically all they're good for, is to run some of their pumps in the oil fields. But the maintenance on them is hundreds of thousands of dollars per system per year. And if you have an oil field with a bunch of pumps, it's millions of dollars. And it's not actually cost effective. So it's just another scam. And if they had let Tesla do his thing, we would already be living in a completely different world than we are today. Truly, we would be. But alas, that's not what happened. So we have to recreate the world we want. They had in the early 1920s, they had electric cars, and they were using these old batteries that could be interchangeable, and the batteries ran on lemon juice, and they could get 700 to 1,200 miles per charge. So even though they were 2, 3, 4-cylinder vehicles then, they were more advanced and did better then than what we have today. What's wrong? Do you know that if you were to reconfigure the mist in your carburetors and your fuel injectors, that almost every SUV could get 20 to 24 miles per gallon? All they have to do is change the misting on your fuel injector system. But it's a law that it can only be at 17.5%, I think is what it is. Okay? When if we could remove the law that the oil companies, the Seven Sisters, created and paid Congress to pass, then we could get better gas mileage. The problem is we wouldn't be using as much oil. Okay? And that apparently was a problem for the oil companies. So there's all this stuff that's gone on. We had water cars running on water. A system that would take tap water and just pull out the hydrogen and burn the hydrogen. And he tested it. And it ran at the racetrack at Indy 500. He tested it, went 50 laps on water. Gulf Western Oil, vintage people will remember them, Gulf Western Oil, bought the blueprints, and they've not been seen from again. And the guy who sold the plants, died several years later. And he's just a footnote in history. So, I'm not pointing any fingers, but I am so sick and tired of this shit. Seriously. We have got to fix this. We have got to fix this. Nobody made them God. Nobody did. Did you have a vote? No, I didn't get one either. So, what is it that we want? If we could stand together and put our nonsense aside, and we all agree that we're going to take one thing and make it happen, we could change the world. We could change the world.
Thank you so much for watching today's question and answer video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay updated on new videos. Your support truly helps us spread Alex's messages from the Andromedans and reach more people. For those interested in the complete experience, remember that the full webinar replay is available for just $6.99 at alexcollier.tv. This is where you'll find Alex's in-depth insights and answers to more questions from our community. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment or drop an emoji below. We read every single comment, and your engagement really means a lot to us. To keep up with the latest from Alex Collier, you can visit alexcollier.org for more about his work, alexcollier.news to sign up for our email newsletter with the latest updates and exclusive content, and alexcollier.live for the most recent news and info. And don't miss our full library of over 250 past webinars on alexcollier.tv. Thanks again for supporting the work of Alex Collier. Your support makes it all possible, and we're truly grateful for each and every one of you. See you next time. If you would like to see the Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.